fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
All right, guys, welcome back to Broke Bets. We got our UFC 286 bets here. We got 7 good bets for you guys. What's going on, Carson?
What's going on, my dude? Excited for this. It's an early fight card, so I'll be able to get to bed at a reasonable time.
Yes, sir. 7.5 units in the line. Try to make a little bit less, about a unit less than that back. First bet, Lerone Murphy, taking him to beat Gabriel Santos here. I like that Murphy has more competitive fight experience. Not to say that Gabriel Santos is a bad fighter. He's fought bums. He's fought Elvis Brenner, some of these other guys. But Lerone Murphy's been pretty tested here in the UFC. He's good at range. He can get taken down at times, but I think he's going to keep this fight on the feet and win a decision in the end. Moving down. First parlay. You got your parlay here.
Yeah, Gunnar Nelson and Jake Hadley both to win. Got this 2 weeks ago, I believe. And both those lines have exploded quite a bit. Just think Gunnar Nelson will be able to find a takedown and either sub him or hold him down for 15 minutes.
Right,
and,
I tried to... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was just going to say, yeah, I think I tried to post this one on the Instagram to let everyone know early, but it still didn't even hardly help because people know where they want to bet, you know.
Right. It seems like after the card ends, people look at the next week, and those favorites tend to explode a bit. But for Jake Hadley, I think he's got the better boxing, and if it goes to the mat, I see him better than Malcolm Gordan there as well. So I like him to get the victory.
Yeah, I like him to get that knockout kind of as well. Okay, next bet we got Christian Leroy Duncan. Make sure it's that Christian Duncan, not Chris Duncan, the other one. Make sure it's Christian Leroy Duncan with Muhammed Mokaev, Jack Shore. Mostly just think that Duncan can win this fight on the feet. Maybe after Dusko gets a little bit tired, or just even standing, he can outstrike him. And then also adding Mokaev and Shore, I think just pushes us the plus money, considering those guys have distinct advantages, I think, over their opponents. So I like this as a simple parlay to add in there. And yeah, moving down further. First prop bet, taking the Jack Shore fight and the Amirkhani fight to go over 1.5 rounds. Got this at a great line and just hit it as soon as I saw it on DK. I just feel like Amirkhani, he loves to start fast, but he also has got to remember he did pretty horrible against Jonathan Pierce after he gassed, and I just don't see him dying instantly in this fight. And Jack Shore isn't a first-round finisher. I think he doesn't even have hardly any finish. One finish maybe within the first 1.5 rounds. And Makwan shouldn't be able to outstrike him, knock him out or anything. So I see this one at least going to the end of the second and further. And then maybe Jack Shore gets a finish. So moving down further. Only bet on the main event here. We got start the second round in the Justin Gaethje-Fiziev fight, along with the starting the 4th round in the Edwards-Usman fight. For Gaethje and Fiziev, I just feel like Fiziev's not a slow starter, but he's methodical and he doesn't rush himself. And he may be able to hurt Justin the first round, but Justin also, other than like Charles Oliveira, he went in to brawl with that fight. I think that this is going to be one where they're going to play out at range a little bit slower and then maybe ramp up as the rounds go on. As for the main event going to the 4th round, these guys have fought 8 rounds together. And within those 8 rounds, there's really only been one knockout shot, or that even had a capability of a knockout shot. Other than that, it's kind of just been Usman, fence shit, all that. So I see this one going further into the fight, and I think that it's a good parlay piece for everybody. next one, I got the Jai Herbert and Ludwig Klein fight to start round 2. For how timid Jai Herbert looked in his last fight, he just looked hesitant to engage, and Ludwig Klein plays out at range, uses those kicks. I think that's just it's gonna bleed into the second or third round if we're gonna see a finish. I don't think it happens right away. Along with it, just like I was saying with the Lerone Murphy stuff, I think Gabriel Santos is a worthy opponent. And, Murphy does have knockouts, but I think this one does go past 1.5 rounds. And, yeah. And then final bet you got here.
Yep, Chris Duncan and Omar Morales going under 2.5 rounds. I think Chris Duncan's a little wild. He's pretty much he's knocking out his opponents or getting knocked out. He's been to decision one time. Omar Morales has been finished in his last 2 fights, and I think with the crowd going insane, I think those guys, someone's getting finished in that fight. And then for Christian Duncan and Dusko, same thing kind of here. Leroy Duncan has only been to decision once, and Dusko, he's either killed or be killed. He's been to decision once out of his last 12 fights or whatever, so definitely like those unders there.
Yeah, I think the reasoning is good for the home crowd ramping up the guys to get the knockouts. Omar Morales has been to decision quite a few times, but I think he also could knock out Chris Duncan, and he was finished in his last fight, so who knows how that plays out exactly as well. But yeah, these are all of the bets for UFC 286, and we're going to recap Jan versus Dvalishvili. It was a sketchy card. I think we kind of knew that going into it. Didn't even bet heavy on it, but didn't do well. Lost 2.76 units, which ended our win streak of 4 weeks. But, in the first bet, JJ Aldridge just looked like she'd never even fought MMA before. She wasn't fully committing to her takedowns. And, I thought Victor Henry won his fight with Tony Gravely, but it certainly was close. But yeah, I don't. It's hard to watch film and then try to justify how she wouldn't win that fight, and that's tough. So, and then you got your bet next, the Dumas Batista.
Yeah, Dumas. He kind of looked out of place. I don't know about you, but for him to look way better, and way bigger.
Yeah, way bigger. I agree.
He just kind of got out-muscled, I thought, and didn't really look like he belonged in there. Yeah, honestly. So
Dumas had
now we know
he had some dumbass decisions. Like he hopped on the back before he got finished and got spilled off. I think he tried to start too fast too. He was going for the knockout, then overcommitting himself, and then Frem just judo through him and shit like that. So
yeah,
but
exactly
Batista,
and then Batista by finish. Yeah. And even if we mixed Henry with Batista finish and would have had Aldridge and Dumas together, that would have
saved us
one winning bet, right?
Yeah, and then moving down, obviously Ryan Spann and Nikita Krylov going under 1.5, no shocker there. Betting on Jan by finish, I thought that was the only way he was going to win, and I was absolutely shocked by how that fight went. And it was hard to watch, man, as a Petr Yan fan. I realized
It was hard to watch as an MMA fan.
Yeah, I realized Murav's got great cardio, and he won the fight fair and square. But goddamn, he didn't get any ground control time, maybe 15 seconds. It's just bizarre, and. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to think of him. It's so weird. I can't be a fan. I don't know. As for the final bet, under 2.5 rounds in the Petrino fight, dude, I got totally gypped out of this one. I mean, Petrino had him hurt in the first round with punches, and then it rolled over in the second. Same thing happened. Then it rolled over in the third, and Anton had his back multiple times, didn't do anything with that. Petrino hit him more. Oh, I was pissed this one didn't go under 2.5. It had it all over it and didn't happen. So lost some units on some shitty plays and some, bad beats. But coming back again, 286. I feel a lot better about this card. I think we've done. Let me recap. I think for the first UFC London card last year that we went plus like 4 units, and then for the second one we went plus like a unit or 2. So we're gonna win on it. I mean, I have a feeling,
Yeah, we like these young prospects getting favorable matchups. I look forward to it, and hopefully we can capitalize on those spots.
Right on. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. The old doubted me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.